So we're gonna do quite a lot of different stretches today, just because that's how I'm trying to get all the pain out of my body as much as I can. Okay, so first one we'll just do. You can take the belt in half. We're gonna put it just around the back of our necks here. Okay, we're gonna pull forward with our belt. Okay, and then just look up and move our head from side to side here. So one, we're creating pressure on the muscles by compressing them, and then we're just trying to also engage them by moving our neck from side to side here. Just like when we do the rotations from here, instead of targeting the front part of our throat, we're just trying to target the back today. The side to side movement won't be as far as we normally do either, so my ear is not going all the way to the shoulder. Nice, very good. So now same thing, but this time we're gonna move without moving our head. We are going to just pull from side to side here. So I'm not trying to look too far off to one side. So I'm not swerving my head like we normally do. We're just trying to use the belt to actually move the muscles from side to side here. It will cause your head to turn just a tiny bit, but we're not trying to go like all the way around. Nice, very good. Now we'll just interlock our hands, put it on the crown of your forehead, on the crown on the back of your head, back straight, and then just use the weight of gravity to pull forward. Nice, very good. So this next one will be with just our fingers, um, where your jaw connects to the base of your skull, just behind your ears. That's normally where you keep a lot of tension behind you. So if you're feeling like you have a pretty stiff neck, it'll be just right behind here. You can follow the muscle up along till you feel where the your skull is. Go lower down so you feel where um, where your jaw connects to it, and then that muscle right there, we're just going to push and rub, just circular motions if you can. Try and get underneath it, because if you go right on the bone, you're not really targeting the muscle. The muscle is more underneath it. Nice, very good. Nice. Okay, next one. So, taking the belt as far with our grip as far as we can, we're just gonna move forwards and backwards. Sorry, our hands forwards and backwards from here. Go nice and slow, making sure you keep the same amount of tension on the belt. Nice, very good. Just relax your shoulders for a little bit. So same grip, but this time we're gonna pull from one side over top of our head. So for this one, we normally keep around the same grip. You can actually grab a little bit more closer so that you're focusing more on the stretch from your side. So if you're like this, you can bring it closer, and then once you start feeling it in on the side of your arm, you can bend and head forward, just like we do when we pull our hand across to our shoulders. Well, we can start from here. This will work a little bit more on the triceps, a little bit more on the shoulders. If you want to go more on the shoulder, you're pulling off to the side. Good, just relax. Let's go to the other side, same thing. So grabbing from the end, making sure you keep your arm straight first. So you find where that tension is. Oh, there it is. And then just hold it at that tension for a couple seconds. And then we'll bend our arm and pull from there. Nice, very good. Okay, good. The tea's off. So the next one is almost the same idea, but this time my hand is gonna be in line with my upper arm. So instead of going across to my shoulder, we're gonna go this way towards my back. So for this one, you're just gonna pretend like you have nunchucks here. So don't put it on the outside of the elbow. Try and put it on the back of the shoulder so that when you pull downwards, you're pulling straight back. Whereas if you go this way, you're kind of pulling your arm out. Okay. So if it's easier to understand, you could put your hand behind you so that you're pulling straight back, like so. And then readjust whenever you need to. Good. And move on to the other side. So same thing. Behind, I like grabbing behind my back so it's a little bit easier for me. There we go. And then trying to pull my elbow up towards the ceiling as much as I can. Good, very nice. Next one we'll do without the belt, but we'll pull our arm across our body, okay, and bring the elbow in. So remember, we're not turning, we're pulling the elbow in from here. And once again, you can move your arm up and down to see if you find any tension on the back part of your shoulder. For me, I'm feeling it more in the front today. So I'll just keep it right here. Good. Let's switch sides. Nice, very good. Still staying from our seated position. I'm just gonna put my right hand cross to my left knee. My left hand is gonna go behind so that I can turn my body. I'm not bringing my shoulders forward. I'm trying to pull them back as much as I can. And my back is straight. Just holding this position for a few seconds while trying to breathe as naturally as you can. Nice, very good. Let's go towards the other direction. Same thing. Nice, very good. So the next one we'll do on our hands and knees. Yeah, we're gonna do the shoulder rotations from here. So remember, there's gonna be a little bend in your back, but we're not trying to bend from our lower back right now. We're just trying to keep the movement isolated into our shoulder. So you can go in any direction, going forwards or backwards first. Try and really feel not only the muscles in the back of your shoulders, but the muscles like in your pectoral muscles as well, engaging as you push off the ground. Doing it on the ground is a little bit easier to understand rather than when we do this seated. Because you have the ground to help you direct where that tension goes. Good. Now let's work in the opposite direction. Nice, very good. Now just straight from here, we'll go forwards and backwards, put some pressure on our wrist. Making sure your elbows are pointed out. Good. Now let's work from side to side. This way. Nice, very good. Now let's turn our fingers out. My elbows are gonna be pointed in towards me. That's natural. And then just forwards and backwards. Good. Now let's bring our fingers inwards towards ourselves. We'll go forwards and backwards again. Remember, having your knees close to your hands will make it easier for you to direct how much force you're putting on your wrists. Nice, very good. Good. Easing off of that. Just rotating your wrists a little bit to ease the tension. from the seated position again, we'll just pull from the base of our wrist and push inwards towards this, towards our elbow. It's really important that you just don't pull. You want to create that tension with the pull and push. Nice, very good. So back with our belt again. I'm gonna put it just around the the arch of our feet. I'm gonna try and keep my back as straight as I can, and then pull myself with the belt. Nice, very good. I'm gonna bend my left foot in, trying to extend my other leg as far as possible. You'll see that you'll be able to extend it just a tiny bit more. And then same thing. Try and make sure your hands are in line with each other so that your shoulders, both shoulders, are facing forward. Some people tend to bring one hand behind like this, and they're not really engaging the left side, at least in this position. So at least when you're here, you're forcing your body to turn into your leg and then pull yourself into it. Nice. Now just try and stay as low as you can by grabbing the belt. You're gonna use your right hand to reach behind, and you're sort of going to push yourself forward with your back hand so that you can try and reach a little bit deeper. For me, this puts a lot of tension on not only the back but the leg, so it tries to buckle every now and again. So just try and keep your leg engaged, knee locked out, and push. Good. Now with the same hand on the belt, you're just gonna slide it back so that you can reach as far back as you can. My elbow's gonna be on the inside of my leg so that I can stack my shoulders as much as I can. And then I'm going to try and pull myself into the side here. You can also bend your arm like so to try and go a little bit deeper. For me, I find when you're first starting, this is going to be easy to get to, and then you sort of pull yourself back with your with the belt to reach forward. Making sure that your knee is also not turning out, trying to keep it up towards the ceiling as much as you can. And then when that gets comfortable, you can sort of start playing around with bending your arm to see how much deeper you can go. Good. Let's move on to the other side. So I'm gonna do this from the side view here. So hand on either side of the belt, trying to really push out your leg as far as you can first, and then pulling yourself inwards. Good. Now just the right hand on the belt, left hand behind, so that you can push yourself a bit more. Nice, very good. Elbow on the inside, going back on the belt as much as you can. Make it nice and comfortable first, extending, and then just trying to pull from here. So you can see I'm using my arm to pull my body down to the side. I can also outstretch my hand much as I can. So it's not just trying to direct my head downwards. I want to use the pull so I also engage my obliques here. Good. And then if you can start reaching a bit lower down and bending your arm. Remember, really try and stack your shoulders and then open up your elbow towards the ceiling as much as you can. Nice. Ease off. Whew. Cool. So we can do a couple more from here. So these next ones will just be on laying on our back. So having the belt around the base of our, not the base, but the arch of our feet. Oh, gee. There we go. There we go. Okay. So just straight from here, start off from the lowest position where you don't feel any tension. You're gonna lock out your knee and then sort of just pull your leg up as much as you can till that range where you feel the tension. It's normally a lot farther than what you think it would normally be. So if you're feeling tension down here, try and go just a little bit farther and see where you feel it all the way down your leg. Good. On the next one, we're gonna hold for a few seconds. So ready, go, and hold. Good, and release. Nice. So same foot this time. My leg is gonna go out towards the side, almost like I'm going to lift my foot over top of my hip. So my left hand is at the end of the belt. My right hand is going to grab nice and close to where my foot is so that I can pull it upwards when I need to. Let me just readjust the camera. There we go. So right from here, once again, try and find where that tension is by lifting as much as you can. Trying to keep the leg nice and close to the ground if possible. Good. Now we're gonna hold at the place we feel the most tension. Ready, go, and then just hold. And relax. Very good. So the next one, it's going to be like the back stretch that we do, where we stack our hips. My right shoulder is on the ground, and my right foot goes over top of my left foot. But this time, we're gonna target not our back per se, but more the glute and the outside part of the leg. So grab the belt at the end from my with my right arm, with my right hand, I should say. Left hand grabs nice and close, and then I try and pull up from here. Try and make sure you're locking out your knee as well. you'll find that to make it easier, you'll start bending your knee, and then you really won't feel anything in your glute or your leg. So just try and keep your knee locked out as much as you can. Good. Now hold out the tension. Ready? Go. Nice. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Pulling my leg up as far as I can. Trying to keep my knee engaged, not letting it buckle. Good. Now holding at the tension. Nice. Now relaxing. It's opening the foot. Try to make sure you keep your back straight on the ground because you'll probably naturally try and bend your spine to try and lift it up higher. Remember, try and keep your back engaged, nice and straight. Good. Now hold at the tension and release. Nicely done. Last one. Left foot's gonna come across. I have the belt in my left hand, the end of the belt in my left hand. My right hand's gonna stay nice and close to my foot so that I can engage my knee and then pull from there. Good. Now hold at the tension. Go. And relax.